welcome to Forever Yoga. I'm Susan Foxley, a registered yoga instructor and a certified life coach. I've been teaching yoga for over 2 decades, and today I want to share the gift of yoga at a pace that's right for you. It's all about life, body, and balance. Let's get started. Today we have Michael and Wendy, and I'm going to have both of them start in child's pose. And today we're going to do sun salutations, and we're going to go with the flow. So feel free to go ahead into child's pose, please. Big toes together and knees spread. And what I'd like you to do is just relax your eyes. Relax your cheeks and your jaw. And what I'd like you to do is just focus on the breath. Big inhales and big exhales. And just go ahead and come down on your floors at home. Get down on your carpet, or if you have a yoga mat at home, just come on down and check in with your breath. And go ahead and feel the expansion and contraction of your ribs and the rise and fall of your belly. And then go ahead and stretch your arms forward, please, and you'll feel a yummy stretch in your lower back. Crawl your fingertips away from your lower waist, creating space between each individual vertebrae. And then come onto your hands and knees, please. And your hands and knees are about hip width apart and shoulder width apart. And go ahead and we're going to do cat-cow pose. So go ahead and look up to the sky. Look up to the heavens, opening up your throat, sliding those shoulder blades down your back. And then go ahead and look to your belly button into cat pose. In yoga, we say we're as young as our spine. And go ahead and look up again, please. Slide those shoulder blades down your back. Keep the elbows nice and straight. And go ahead and look to your belly button. This is really good to relieve lower back pain. And go ahead and look up again, please. And if you can just even do this pose every day, this will really help your back. Go ahead and look to your belly button again, please. Ground your hands, ground your knees, and really bring that belly button into the spine. And go ahead and have your spine come to neutral, and lift your right hand and left leg, please, spinal balancing. And stretch. Lift your right hand and your left leg, and spread your fingers, spread your toes. If you need to grab a chair or use the edge of your couch to balance. And go ahead and bring your right hand down in your left knee. And bring your left arm up, please, and your right leg, and stretch and breathe. Long inhalations and long exhalations. Bring that hand and knee down, please, and come into your first downward dog of the day. And if it's very difficult to straighten your legs, go ahead and put a little bend in your knees if you choose, and bring your buttocks up to the heavens. This alone will release lower back pain. Beautiful, Michael. Go ahead and releasing the buttocks up to release the legs away from your face and buttocks up to the heavens. Beautiful. Nice work. The thighs internally rotate. Remember to breathe and just relax your head. Nice. And gently come down onto your knees carefully. And at home, if you need a blanket underneath your knees, feel free to grab one. And then bring your right leg between your hands and get stable first on your right foot and your left knee. Get very stable and lengthen your heart. And then go ahead and place both hands on your right thigh. And as you do so, engage your belly muscles and interlace the fingertips and reach your hands up to the sky. Reach the hands up, lift the back ribs and the side ribs. And if this is too challenging, you can bring the hands shoulder width apart and just spread your fingers. Lift the back ribs and the side ribs as you ground your right hand and your left knee. This is really good for any arthritis in your elbows, any arthritis in your fingers or your wrists, and it elongates the spine. Beautiful. And then bring your hands to your heart. Go ahead and bring your hands to your right foot. Straighten your back leg like you're running a race. Straighten your back knee, please, and stay there. Lift your heart. Lift your heart. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Let's go ahead and ground your left hand and reach your right hand up to the sky, carefully and slowly, and look up at your thumb if you can. If that's too difficult for you, if you feel a little dizzy, you can look down to the floor, and that might help with balance. And go ahead and stay there, please. This is really good to prevent osteoporosis. Twisting the upper back really helps preventing osteoporosis. Beautiful. And gently bring your right hand back down onto the floor. Gently bring your left knee down onto the ground and bring your right knee back, and let's rest in downward child's pose. And relax your face, your jaw, and check in with your breath. Long inhalations and long exhalations, relaxing the temples and the cheeks, relaxing the shoulders and the arms, stretching the hands and the fingers. Let the torso drop onto your thighs, and your thighs drop onto your shins and calves, feeling the stretch of the tops of your feet. And gently come back up onto your hands and knees. We'll do one more cat-cow pose for your spine. Look up to the sky. Bring that vertebrae into your body. It's really good for your posture when you're slumped over a steering wheel or slumped over your computer. This will reverse those effects. And then look to your belly button, please. Scoop the belly button into the spine. Squeeze your elbows nice and straight. Beautiful. And then look up to the sky again. Opening up your throat. Beautiful. Spine neutral. Let's go back into downward dog. And stretch those legs back away from your face. We can also bend right one knee first and feel that stretch in the Achilles tendon of the straight leg. And then we can switch legs and feel that nice stretch in the Achilles tendon of the straight leg. And then straighten both legs, please. And if you need to bend your knees a little bit because your hamstrings are too tight, that's fine. And just go ahead and reach your buttocks up to the heavens. Long inhalations and long exhalations. And carefully and gently bring your knees down onto the ground. Bring your left foot forward, please. And bring your hands onto your left thigh. And with your back foot, you can either be on your back foot or on your toes. You choose, yogi's choice. And interlace your fingertips, please, and reach your hands up to the heavens. Lift the back ribs and the side ribs. Reach those palms up to the heavens. And if that's too challenging, you can go ahead and bring your arms shoulder width apart and reach those fingertips up to the heavens. And breathe, long spine, as you ground your left foot and your right knee. Lengthening through the side body. Hands in prayer. Bring your hands to your left foot, please. And then straighten your back leg and look forward. Lengthen your heart and focus on your breath. Ground your right hand and reach your left hand up to the sky. And twist. This is, again, really good for osteoporosis. One of my friends unfortunately calls her dad a question mark because he leans forward. We don't want to lean forward and have our heads in front of our bodies. And as we age, there's a tendency to do so. So let's go ahead and lengthen and twist the upper back, which will really prevent osteoporosis. And look up at your thumb, and if you're feeling dizzy, feel free to look down towards the floor. Long inhalations and long exhalations. Go ahead and bring that hand back down, and gently bring your right knee back down onto the floor and come into child's pose, please. And go ahead and relax your forehead onto the floor. And this alone is a wonderful pose for your back. A wonderful pose. And it calms and works the parasympathetic nervous system. Breathing deeply. If you're consciously breathing, it really helps alleviate stress. Relaxing the jaw, softening your shoulders. Beautiful. Relaxing the torso onto your thighs onto your shins and calves. Nice work. And then stretch your arms forward, please. And feel that stretch in your lower back. Walk your hands forward. And from here, we're going to go all the way down onto our belly and stretch your arms forward and your leg back. Stretch your arms, stretch your legs. And from here, let's go ahead and lift the right arm and the left leg. Spread the fingers and spread the toes. This will create space in the shoulders and space in the hips if you feel tight, and create length in the body. Release the right hand and the left leg. Lift the left arm and the right leg. Spread the fingers and spread the toes. And breathe. Nice work. And go ahead and lower and lift your right arm and your left leg. This will strengthen your lower back. It'll strengthen your upper back. Beautiful work. And slowly come on down. And other side. Left fingers spread, right toes spread, and always returning back to the breath. And slowly come on down and lift both arms and legs at the same time if you can. If this is too difficult for you, you can go ahead and relax your legs and just lift your arms. And if that's too challenging, you can just relax the arms and lift the legs. And if not, you can just go ahead and make a pillow with your forearms and rest. So come on down, Wendy and Michael. Relax, and then we're going to do that one more time. Try it one more time at home. Go ahead and lift and strengthen the upper back and the lower back and all those muscles along your spine. Beautiful work. Come on down. Bring your hands underneath your heart, please. Fingertips facing each other and elbows out. And we're going to do slight little cobras. And go ahead and lift up. This is good for depression. This is good for low moods. Look up to the sky. If you feel this in your lower back, don't come up so high. You can come down a little lower. Go ahead and come on down slowly, one vertebrae at a time. And then come on up again, please. And if you can come up a little higher, do so. This will strengthen your arms. It'll open up your heart. It'll help with your posture. And then let's go ahead for fun and look over your right shoulder. Nice. And then back to center, please. And look over your left shoulder, please. Beautiful. And then back to center. And slowly come on down. Engage your belly muscles slightly. And we're going to go ahead and come on up. We're going to do little push-ups. So come up a little bit. And then we're going to come down about 5 inches. And then come up 5 inches. And then come down 5 inches. And come up 5 inches. And then come down 5 inches. And come up 5 inches. Beautiful. Come all the way down. Fly your arms back and lift your legs. Spread the fingers, spread the toes. Wake up the body. So we bring intelligence to every part of our body, from head to toes. Breathing deeply. Beautiful work. Rest the legs, bring your hands underneath your shoulders, and we'll just do a slight normal cobra. Come on up, and we'll go right into child's pose, please. And rest in child's pose. long inhalations and long exhalations, going with the flow. And at home, this might be just all enough today, but if you want to continue on, we're going to keep continuing on. But at home, I tell my students, even 10 minutes of yoga a day is just wonderful for your body. Just 10 minutes a day is all you need to check in with yourself. Most of the time, we're outwardly focused on life, returning phone calls and emails. It's an opportunity to go inside and just focus on yourself. And go ahead, Michael and Wendy, come on to your hands and knees, and let's do that downward dog again, please. And if you need to bend your knees at home, go ahead and bend your knees if you choose. Reaching the buttocks up to the heavens, and try to find symmetry between the right and left hands. And a long spine. If you can push your thighs away from your face, do so. Reach those femurs away from your face. Keeping the elbows nice and straight. This is really, really wonderful for your spine. And again, this creates a calmness. It also creates energy in the body if you're feeling fatigued. Nice work, Wendy. Nice work, Michael. And if at any point at home you need to come down in child's pose, feel free to do so. Always listen to your body. Always honor your body first. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and come into a seated position with our legs right out in front of us. In Dandasana, we're going to ground the right and the left leg and cup the fingertips behind our buttocks and lift the spine. Shoulder blades slightly together. Spread those toes. And if there's any knee pain at home, feel free to roll up a blanket and place the blanket underneath your knees. If there's any discomfort in your knees, my 80-year-old clients that I teach yoga to like a little roll underneath their knees. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and reach up with our arms up to the heavens. And then if you'd like a belt, you can grab a belt at home to grab the toes if you need to. Wendy's going to show us how to do that. She's using a belt to come forward. And as you do so, lift the heart, soften the shoulders, and slowly come on down. You want to always be able to bend down and tie your shoes, so keeping the hamstrings nice and flexible is essential as we age. Go ahead and come forward, lifting the front of the body, lifting the heart, softening the shoulders. Beautiful. Nice work, Wendy. Nice work, Michael. Beautiful. And then slowly come on up. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and bend the right knee and cup the fingertips behind us first to lift the spine, creating space in the vertebrae. Beautiful work. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and take the right hand on the outside of the left shin and do a slight twist. Look over your left shoulder, please. And again, this is good for osteoporosis and creating flexibility in the spine. In yoga, we say we're as young as our spine. And twists also cleanse the liver, the kidneys, and the spleen. Lift the heart even more as you iron that left leg into the earth. Beautiful. Come back to center and reach the arms up to the sky. And if you need a belt at home, feel free to grab a belt. And if you need to bend your knee, feel free to bend your knee. If the knee is feeling uncomfortable, the bent knee, you can always place a block underneath that right knee at home, or you can also grab a belt or a blanket and place that under your knee to create a little gentleness. And gently come on down. And again, this is really good for insomnia. It's very good for the parasympathetic nervous system. It's terrific for your digestive system. Soften the shoulders, and again, just check in with the breath, please. Softening the eyes, the forehead, the temples. Softening the shoulders. And gently come on up. And we're just going to switch legs. So go ahead and straighten your right leg and bend your left knee. And at home, if you need to place a blanket underneath your left knee, that's fine. First, we're going to twist. So take your left hand, please, and place it on the outside of your right shin and twist over your right shoulder. Go ahead and iron your right leg into the earth and lift your heart, please, and look over your right shoulder. And again, this creates a nice, this is wonderful, wonderful for your kidneys and your spleen. And sometimes it can really help if you have discomfort in your lower back. Just doing a little bit of twists. But when you twist, make sure your spine is nice and tall as you iron that right leg into the earth. And then come back to center, please, and reach your arms up to the heavens. This is really good for arthritis in the elbows or the shoulders or fingers. Beautiful. And then just gently come down, and if you need to bend your knee to grab the foot, feel free to do so. I love what one of my friends says. She says, I strive for imperfection. Imperfect poses are fine. No one does yoga perfectly. Strive for imperfection, because perfectionism can create shame. There's no perfect yoga pose. Every body is different. No one's the same. So honor your body at home and slowly come down and just check in with your breath and breathe. And again, this is really good for your digestive system, for your parasympathetic nervous system. And I'll tell you a secret, when I'm at home watching TV, I'll get on the floor and I'll just do these stretches at night when I'm watching TV. So I encourage you at home to just get on the floor and stretch while you're watching TV in the evenings, always keeping yourself nice and flexible. Relaxing the forehead and the cheeks and the jaw. Relaxing your shoulders and just checking in with your breath. Nice work. And then slowly come on up and straighten both legs, please. And cup your fingertips behind you and lift the spine. Iron the right leg and the left leg into the earth. Beautiful. Reach your arms up to the heavens. Lift the back ribs and the side ribs. And slowly come on down, please. And grab your feet with a belt, or if you need a roll underneath your knees, always honor yourself. And breathe. Softening the face and the shoulders. Check in with yourself. Breathe into those tight areas. Breathe into those challenging areas. Long inhalations and long exhalations. Inhaling peace. Exhaling stress. Inhaling calm. Exhaling anxiety. And slowly come on up, please, and lie down on your back. Nice work. And then go ahead and rest on your back and hug your knees. It's really good for releasing the lower back. Nice work. And then from here, bring your feet hip distance apart. Interlace your thumbs and stretch them over your head, please. Ground your feet onto the earth, please. And from here, as you stretch your arms over your head, gently lift your buttocks off the floor. And you don't have to come up too high, even just a couple inches is just enough. Find symmetry between your right and left feet. Stretch those fingertips over your head. And then just gently bring your arms by your side as you gently bring your buttocks towards the floor. Beautiful. And make this like a beautiful wave. Inhale up. Inhale your arms up. Lift the buttocks. Bring your knees away from your face slightly so you get space in your lower back. And then slowly lower down, going with the flow, going with the waves, going with the seasons. Spring, summer, winter, fall, reach up, going with the flow, morning, noon, and night. Just going with the flow, just surrendering. And slowly come on down, releasing the buttocks, releasing the arms, releasing. And then inhale back up. Last time, reach up. Lift the buttocks higher if you choose. Nice work. And then slowly come on down. Beautiful work. And then from here, let's go ahead and bring the left leg over the right. And if this is too hard for you, I'd like you to just keep your knees together like I'm doing. But if not, hug your knees and then go ahead and bring your knees over to the right and gaze over to the left. And do a little bit of a twist here. This is going to release the lower back. Nice work. Breathing into the lower back. Nice work, Michael. Nice work, Wendy. Beautiful. My clients that do this in the morning in bed, this one pose will release your lower back. Beautiful work. Nice. And then go ahead and unravel that, please, and hug your knees into your chest. And we're going to go ahead and unravel your knees, Michael. And then we're just going to bring the other leg, the right leg, over the left and bring the knees to the opposite side. If this is too much for you, just stack your knees instead of crossing them like I'm doing. Just stack your knees and look over the opposite shoulder. And this is really going to create decompression in the spine. Most of us sit in chairs, we sit in cars all day. It's so important to get on the floor. It's so important to get on the floor to keep the hips healthy. We're not used to in the Eastern culture, they sit on the floor. When they eat dinner, they sit on the floor. So I encourage everyone to get on the floor to create flexibility back in their hips. Nice work. Beautiful. And then just gently come back to center and hug your knees into your chest, please. Give yourself a big hug. And this alone also can really decompress the spine. Give yourself a big hug. Nice work. And then if you know happy baby, gently grab the outsides of your feet and do a happy baby. This will really release your lower back. Bringing the knees slowly towards the floor. Beautiful. And then go ahead and straighten your legs out and your palms facing up to the heavens. Close your eyes, please. And we're preparing for shavasana, resting pose. And if you'd like to at home, if you have lower back pain, go ahead. I'm going to do this with Michael. I'm going to place a roll underneath Michael's knees, and that's going to really help take compression out of the lower back. And we're going to go ahead and relax the eyelids from top to bottom. And just let the eyes sink deeply into their sockets. And go ahead and release the lower jaw from the upper jaw. And release the middle tongue. Soften the lips. Relaxing the shoulders and the upper arms, the forearms, the fingertips. Release your heart and your belly, your buttocks, your legs, your feet and toes. And just rest here for a while. Thank you so much for joining us today on Forever Yoga. I'm Susan Foxley. If you have any questions today about yoga, life coaching, my workshops, or today's shows, just go to susanfoxley.com. And remember, always, always, always go where the love is. Namaste.